Apex Season 9 is going to give us Valkyrie. Everybody wants to see gameplay of Valkyrie. Everybody wants to see what type of legend she'll be. Will she be strong? Will she be trash? Will she be fuse? Or will she be Ash? That doesn't make any kind of sense. But these questions still remain. When will we get to see Valkyrie gameplay? And will Valkyrie be OP? Well, I have the answers to those very same questions in today's video. Sit back, get comfy, and let's talk about Valkyrie. So guys, today's video is going to be insane because we have our very first gameplay of Valkyrie in today's video. Not gameplay from trailers, but like actual in-game footage of someone playing Valkyrie in the firing range. We hadn't seen any actual gameplay of Valkyrie up until now, so this is still kind of insane, and the gameplay gives us a very good idea of what to expect from Valkyrie's abilities and how she'll actually play when she releases very soon in Season 9 Legacy. So if you guys are ready, as always, drop a like on the video right now, drop a like for some Valkyrie gameplay, and also of course hit that sub button if you're new. On the road to 75k subs, I'd appreciate it so much. So with that said, let's take a look at the gameplay real quick. It's really short, but it was basically given to us by someone who was actually playtesting Apex, and I found this on someone who leaks Twitter page. So I'll leave the link down below to him, but this right here is Valkyrie gameplay. Now, as we could clearly see in this gameplay, Valkyrie uses several abilities. First of all, we get to see her use her VTOL jets, which basically lets her engage her jetpack and hover in the air. And if you look to the right of the screen, you can actually see the fuel gauge for her VTOL jets. And most likely when that gauge runs out, you just fall back down and the fuel will have to regen. So that's the very first ability we get to see. We get to see Valk obviously hovering in the air, which is a very big part of her kit in Season 9. Content creators, playtesters, and devs as well have all been hyping up Valkyrie's ability to hover, so this is a very important ability to Valkyrie. Now next up, we also get to see Valkyrie's tactical ability in action, and this is called Missile Swarm. Now this was also kind of interesting because if you guys take a very close look at this gameplay, the ability doesn't do that much damage. It barely even takes off the enemy shield. I mean, it still does disorient and stun the enemy, similar to what the Arcstar does, but in terms of just raw damage output, it doesn't do much. The area of effect does look pretty big though, so like if enemies are grouped up together or something like that, it could do some serious damage, or like it could help the teammates finish off because they're stunned, but it doesn't have insane damage output, similar to Fuse's tactical ability. Now obviously we didn't get to see Valkyrie's ultimate ability because that will be very insane, but we did kind of see it in the trailer. We did see how it basically works. And for you guys who still don't really know what it is, basically Valkyrie and her teammates can all fly away, kind of like a redeploy, so she essentially has a portable balloon when her ultimate is ready. So with that gameplay showed to you guys, what do you think? Do you think Valkyrie looks really good? Do you think she kind of looks a bit underpowered, overpowered? What are your thoughts right now? What do you think of this early leaked gameplay? No, that's not all the information we actually have about Valkyrie, because many content creators, many playtesters, many devs gave their opinions and their views on Valkyrie when they got to play her, right? And basically what everybody all agreed on is that Valkyrie wasn't really insane. She wasn't OP, but she was still very good and fun to use. She wasn't like Horizon when Horizon came back in Season 7. Horizon was a lot more dangerous than Valkyrie will be, according to all of these content creators and playtesters. For example, when you're using Valkyrie's VTOL jets and you're trying to hover, you can't actually use your weapon at the same time. So you can't strafe in the air and like hover and stuff and also shoot your weapons. You'll have no access to your weapons once you're actually hovering, which to me sounds like a very good way to balance it out, because if you can actually shoot in the air, it might have been just a bit crazy. Also guys, when you actually come down from hovering up in the air and you hit the ground, you have to wait about 1 second to ready up your weapon. You can't just like immediately pull out your weapon and start back to shoot. You have to ready up, which honestly makes it a lot less aggressive and a lot more strategic and defensive, because you can't just push enemies like crazy because you still have to ready up. You can't even shoot in the air, and you have to play a lot more, as I said, strategically. The main difference between when Horizon launched and Valkyrie is that Horizon could basically do all of those things. Horizon could obviously shoot in her gravity lifts. She could also hit the floor and not be slowed whatsoever. So Horizon was just naturally a much more aggressive, a much more movement-based legend. That doesn't mean that Valkyrie can't be aggressive and Valkyrie doesn't have insane movement as well, but it just means she won't be as insane as Horizon when Horizon dropped back in Season 7. And I think Respawn is also intentionally not trying to make Valkyrie too strong, because yes, they still want a very strong legend to play, but they don't want someone who's OP. So in summary, Valkyrie is going to be a very fun legend to play. She's going to be a very unique and different legend to play as well. And her abilities, will have a place in Apex, but I don't think she's going to be very OP. Based on this very early gameplay we just got to see, I feel like Respawn has done a very good job of keeping Valkyrie in check and not making her too strong. We still haven't seen full uncut gameplay of Valkyrie as yet. Many content creators are actually dropping their gameplays tomorrow, so you'll see that tomorrow. But until then, this is what we have to see, and based on that, she looks very balanced to me. So what do you guys think? So with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed as always. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, all of that stuff. I'd appreciate it so much, and I'll see you in some more Apex Legends videos. Till next time.